What's going on, everyone? Going to history, and welcome to this comprehensive examination of the 3 Mile Island partial shutdown, which is a pivotal moment in history of nuclear energy. Situated along the Susquehanna River near Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, 3 Mile Island housed 2 pressurized water reactors, with Unit 2 becoming the focal point of the incident that unfolded on March 28th, 1979. The sequence of events leading up to the partial meltdown began at approximately 4 a.m. on March 28th, when a series of equipment malfunctions and operator errors initiated a chain reaction of failures. At 4:15 a.m., a malfunction in the feed water system caused the turbine to shut down, which led to a rapid drop in coolant flow. This triggered the reactor's emergency systems, which automatically shut down the reactor. However, a valve in the emergency cooling system failed to close, allowing coolant to escape from the reactor's core. As a result, the core began to overheat, and at approximately 6 a.m., the reactor's pressure relief valve opened to release the excess pressure. Unfortunately, the valve failed to close properly, leading to a continuous release of radioactive steam into the atmosphere. By 7:30 a.m., radiation levels inside the containment building began to rise. Signaling the severity of the situation, the reactor operators struggled to interpret conflicting instrument readings, exacerbating the confusion and delays in responding to this crisis. As news of the incident spread, panic and confusion gripped the surrounding communities. Pennsylvania Governor Dick Thornburg advised pregnant women and preschool children within 5 miles of the plant to evacuate or to make sure they remain indoors. Meanwhile, on March 30th, 1979, President Jimmy Carter visited the site to assess the situation firsthand and reassure the public of the government's response efforts. Carter's visit underscored the gravity of the incident and the need for effective crisis management. In the days, weeks, and months that followed, the cleanup and recovery efforts commenced, which involved thousands of workers who were tasked with mitigating the environmental impact of the release of radioactive gases and iodine. The cleanup process lasted for several years, with meticulous attention to handling of contaminated materials and decontaminating the site. The aftermath of the 3 Mile Island partial meltdown reverberated far beyond Pennsylvania, profoundly impacting public perception of nuclear energy and triggering significant regulatory reforms. The incident served as a wake-up call for the nuclear industry, prompting a reevaluation of safety protocols, emergency response procedures, and regulatory oversight. Nearly 50 years later, the legacy of 3 Mile Island endures as a cautionary tale about the inherent risks and complexities of nuclear power generation. It serves as a reminder of the importance of stringent safety measures, transparency, and continual vigilance in managing the risks associated with nuclear energy. In conclusion, the 3 Mile partial meltdown remains a landmark event in the history of nuclear energy, shaping the trajectory of the industry and influencing public policy for decades to come. If you enjoyed this quick overview of this event that took place here in the United States history back on this day in 1979, hit the subscribe button. We cover a lot of different topics on this channel. We cover filming locations. We cover true crime locations. We cover famous graves. We cover filming locations. We cover historic locations, haunted locations, and historical events, and theme parks, and so much more. As always,